Imagine facing life's chaos, not with anxiety, but with a quiet, unbreakable calm. Imagine a mindset so strong that setbacks don't just fail to defeat you, they actually fuel you. We're constantly told to chase happiness, but what if the real path isn't about feeling good, but about becoming good? This is the secret of what I call the Stoic Spartan mindset, a powerful way of thinking inspired by some of history's toughest minds. In a world overflowing with quick-fix self-help, we're drowning in advice but starving for wisdom. We look for outside solutions to our inside problems, hoping some new app or routine will finally silence the noise. But the truth is, the only fortress that can't be breached is the one you build in your own mind. This isn't about some passing fad. This is about forging real strength by blending the wisdom of two of the most resilient groups in history, the internal discipline of the Stoics and the external toughness of the Spartans. While they weren't the same, the Stoics looked to the Spartans as paragons of discipline. The Stoics taught us how to master our inner world, and the Spartans showed us how to conquer the outer one. By drawing from both, we can create a blueprint for an iron-mind one that's not just resilient, but truly unbeatable. Today, we're going to break down this mindset. We'll explore the 5 core pillars that make this hybrid philosophy the ultimate tool for navigating the 21st century with courage, purpose, and unshakable calm. Pillar 1. Embrace hardship as your forge. Our modern world is obsessed with comfort. We have apps to skip lines, thermostats to dial in the perfect temperature, and endless entertainment to numb the slightest hint of boredom. But in our hunt for an easy life, we've made ourselves fragile. The first pillar of the Stoic Spartan mindset smashes that fragility. It commands you to stop running from hardship and start using it as your greatest tool for growth. The Spartans are maybe the most extreme example of this in history. Their famous toughness wasn't a gift. It was forged in the agage, a brutal, lifelong training program that started when they were just 7. They learned to endure hunger, cold, and pain not for cruelty's sake, but to build minds and bodies that were immune to circumstance. They knew a simple truth: a muscle only grows under stress, and the mind is no different. The Stoics, though less intense, shared this core belief. Thinkers like Seneca called for voluntary discomfort, intentionally choosing to be uncomfortable. This could be as simple as sleeping on the floor for a night, taking a cold shower, or fasting for a day. The point isn't to punish yourself. It's to vaccinate yourself against misfortune. By willingly taking a small, controlled dose of hardship now, you train your mind to stay steady when real adversity strikes. You teach yourself that you can handle far more than you think. This is all about reframing your relationship with difficulty. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you start asking, "What can this teach me?" You see challenges not as roadblocks, but as training opportunities. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius said it best: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." For the Stoic Spartan mind, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Pillar 2. Master the citadel of your mind. So much of our anxiety comes from one simple mistake: believing we can and should control everything that happens to us. We obsess over what people think, the state of the world, and how things will turn out. stressing ourselves into a corner. The second pillar shatters this illusion with a principle the Stoic philosopher Epictetus made famous: the dichotomy of control. It's simple. Some things are up to us, and some things aren't. What's in our control? Our thoughts, our judgments, our actions, our responses. What's not? Pretty much everything else. External events, the weather, the past, and other people. Your peace of mind depends entirely on telling the difference and pouring your energy only into what you can control. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This isn't about passive acceptance. It's a strategy for effective action. Think of your mind as a fortress. You can't control the storm raging outside, but you damn well can control the gates, reinforce the walls, and command the soldiers within. The Spartans lived this. They couldn't control the size of an enemy army, but they could control their own discipline, courage, and phalanx formation. They focused only on their duty, executed flawlessly. Putting this into practice is simple, but it changes everything. When you feel overwhelmed or angry, just pause and ask, what part of this is actually up to me? You'll find the list is usually short. Your perspective, your next move, the words you choose. Let go of the rest. This doesn't mean you stop caring about outcomes. It means you untie your inner peace from them. You put your all into the process, the things you can do, and accept the results as they come. That's how you build an unbreachable inner citadel. Pillar 3. Pursue virtue as the ultimate prize. Our culture screams that the goal of life is happiness, usually defined by pleasure, money, or success. But the Stoic Spartan mindset offers a more stable and powerful alternative. The goal isn't to feel good, it's to be good. The ultimate prize isn't happiness, it's virtue. To the Stoics, virtue wasn't about being preachy. It meant excellence as a human, shown through for key qualities: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom, seeing the world clearly and making good decisions. Courage, facing your fears and doing what's right, especially when it's hard. Justice, acting with fairness and integrity toward others. Temperance, mastering your desires instead of being a slave to them. When you live by these virtues, how you measure success completely changes. A win is no longer about the external result. It's about whether you acted with virtue. Did you face that challenge with courage? Did you treat people with justice? Did you act with wisdom and self-control? The Spartans embodied this with their absolute commitment to honor and duty. A Spartan warrior's greatest honor was to die fighting for Sparta. The deepest shame was to retreat. Their self-worth was tied to the honor with which they fought, not whether they won or survived. This is where their legendary fearlessness came from. When your main goal is to live with virtue, you become psychologically invincible. The world can take your money, your job, even your life, but it can never take away your ability to choose to act with courage, justice, and wisdom. Your self-worth becomes internal and unbreakable. As Seneca wrote, a virtuous life is the key to inner peace that circumstances can't disturb. You're no longer playing for the prizes the world dangles in front of you. You're playing for the prize of your own character, and that's a game you can always win. Pillar 4. Live with disciplined minimalism. The modern world screams more stuff, more notifications, more choices, more distractions. We're told that having more will make us happy, but it usually just brings more anxiety and more fear of loss. The fourth pillar is a powerful, pure, disciplined minimalism. This isn't about living in poverty or hating nice things. It's about deliberately cutting away the non-essential to find focus, freedom, and resilience. The Spartans were masters of this. They lived lean, with simple clothes and plain food. They even used heavy iron bars as currency to make hoarding wealth impractical. This wasn't because they couldn't have more. It was a conscious choice to make sure their strength came from within, not from their stuff. By needing little, they feared losing little. The Stoics had a similar view. They knew that the more we depend on externals for happiness, luxury, praise, comfort, the more fragile we become. Seneca said it perfectly. The greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. By simplifying our lives, we reduce the number of things that have power over us. We reclaim our mental energy from the endless cycle of wanting, getting, and protecting. You can apply this today. Start small, do a digital declutter, and turn off all non-essential notifications. Try a personal uniform of simple clothes you like to cut down on decision fatigue. Eat simple, whole foods. The goal isn't deprivation, it's liberation. It's about realizing how little you actually need to live a good and powerful life. In a world of noise, simplicity is a superpower. Pillar 5. Act for the common good. A common knock against philosophies of self-mastery is that they're selfish. But the final pillar of the Stoic Spartan mindset shows the true point of all this inner work. To become strong not just for yourself, but for everyone else. Both the Stoics and the Spartans believed that we are social creatures and that our individual strength is meant to serve the group. A Spartan's discipline was for the protection and glory of Sparta. His strength had a purpose bigger than himself. It was for the hive. The Stoics were even more direct about it. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees." He knew we are all connected, and that true virtue includes a sense of duty to others. Seneca said our goal should be to be useful and to help others. The inner fortress isn't a place to hide. It's a base of operations to engage with the world more effectively. You improve yourself so you can better contribute to the world. When you forge an iron mind, you're better equipped to be a good parent, a supportive friend, a reliable colleague, and a responsible citizen. Your resilience lets you stay calm and helpful in a crisis. Your self-control stops you from adding to the world's anger and chaos. Your strength becomes a source of stability for everyone around you. This final pillar gives the whole mindset its ultimate meaning. You build yourself up so you can lift others up. You forge an unbreakable mind not just to get through life, but to make the world a better place. How to start? Your first steps. This isn't just a theory. It's a daily practice. And you don't need to move to the wilderness to start. You can begin today with 3 small steps. A dose of morning discomfort. Start your day with 1 small, deliberate act of voluntary discomfort. Maybe it's ending your shower with 30 seconds of cold water. It's not about the cold. It's about proving to yourself, first thing, that you can do hard things. Daily control check-in. Sometime during your day, When you feel stress, just pause. Take a breath and consciously separate what you can control from what you can't. If it helps, write it down. Then, make a choice to focus your energy only on your actions and your attitude. Evening virtue reflection. Before bed, take 5 minutes to reflect. Ask yourself, when did I act with courage, justice, wisdom, or self-control today? Where did I fall short? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about being aware. It's how you build your character, one day at a time. Conclusion. The world will always be chaotic. You will always face challenges, and modern life will always try to tempt you with comfort and distract you with noise. But the Stoic Spartan mindset doesn't promise to change the world around you. It promises to change you into someone who is unbeatable by the world. By embracing hardship, you turn obstacles into fuel. By mastering your mind, you build an unbreachable fortress of calm. By pursuing virtue, you anchor your self-worth in something no one can ever take from you. By living simply, you free yourself from the chains of desire. And by serving the common good, you give your strength a deep and lasting purpose. This path isn't easy. It takes discipline, awareness, and courage. But it leads to a state of being that is truly powerful, an unshakable inner peace, a resilient spirit, and a strength of character that makes you not just a survivor of life's challenges, but a master of them. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Build its walls strong. Remember, you don't control what happens, but you always control how you respond. Be strong, be virtuous, and be unbeatable.